Ask you to forgive me for my sins. Oh, would you please? I'm more than grateful for the time we spent. My spirit's at ease. I put my all into your hands. Learn the lessons you keep. And no matter wherever I am, that are hard to reach. And you've given me the best gift.
Justin asked music for forgiveness for singing about his mistakes, expressing gratitude for the moments shared, and feeling a sense of calm in his soul. He put his entire being into the hands of music, promising to learn from the lessons it kept teaching, and regardless of where he was, he found music always within reach. He acknowledged that when the world listens, music and singing bring people together. For over 10 years, Justin Bieber had remained at pop culture's core, evolving from prodigy to global superstar, with his personal highs and lows unfolding before millions. Recently, however, Justin shared a strikingly honest Instagram post, opening up about his healing journey, the vital role his wife Hailey Bieber played in his recovery, and the lingering memories of his past relationship with Selena Gomez. Fans and observers pored over his words, pondering whether Selena played a role in the pain Justin worked to overcome, or whether the situation was more complex than it appeared. Amidst the endless scroll of polished celebrity images, Justin's post stood out, a raw, unfiltered admission that exposed the reality beneath the fame, revealing a young man searching for peace. He described his healing as a process, not a destination, admitting to setbacks and breakthroughs along the way. Justin spoke candidly about his struggles with anxiety, depression, and the relentless pressure of living life under constant public scrutiny. Instead of focusing on glamorous music videos and red carpet events, he showed his vulnerable, honest side. He emphasized that he was learning every day and expressed deep gratitude to those who continued to support him, especially during times when he felt undeserving. One of the most moving aspects of Justin's message was his heartfelt tribute to Hailey, whom he credited as his anchor and steady source of encouragement through his darkest periods. Hailey, Justin shared, helped him rediscover self-worth and stability that had long eluded him. She reminded him of his value, saw through to his true self, and cherished him regardless of his scars. Her patience with his healing process meant she never rushed or judged him, but instead created space for him to grow. Subscribe for more stories behind the headlines. Despite the intense scrutiny that came with being in the spotlight and the challenges it brought to their relationship, Justin insisted that Hailey's unwavering presence had transformed his life. He recalled quiet times at home with her, cooking meals, talking late into the night, and sharing laughter over trivial matters as the very foundation of his healing. Hailey, he wrote, was his safe haven, reminding him that it was all right not to be okay at times, and that he was not defined by his mistakes or his past. Naturally, talk of Justin's personal journey often led to mention of Selena Gomez. Their nearly decade-long relationship became tabloid fodder and social media legend, with fans even coining the nickname Selena for their on-again, off-again romance. Their love story played out before the world, much like a real-life soap opera. In his recent post, Justin avoided naming Selena directly, but alluded to the pain of past relationships and the difficulty of moving forward when the world clung to old narratives. He wrote about people who wanted to keep him bound to his former life, but explained he was learning to release those ties. Some fans believed these words were subtle references to Selena, while others speculated he was blaming her for some of his struggles. Yet, reading closely, Justin wasn't assigning blame, but rather acknowledging the complexity of healing from heartbreak, particularly when it's lived out in front of millions. He avoided painting anyone as a villain or a hero, instead recognizing that real life is rarely so clear-cut. His post invited readers to understand the pain and growth that could result from difficult relationships. On her part, Selena had also spoken openly about her mental health challenges and the difficulties of moving on from a high-profile romance. In interviews, she showed empathy for Justin, wishing him well and acknowledging the influence they had on each other's lives. Blaming Selena for Justin's hardships, Justin suggested, was both simplistic and unjust. Relationships, even those that don't endure, are rarely the sole cause of anyone's struggles. More often, they act as mirrors, showing us old wounds, hidden insecurities, and fears that linger from childhood. Justin's journey of healing was uniquely his, shaped by countless factors: fame, family, faith, and yes, past relationships. To place the entirety of his pain on Selena's shoulders, he felt, missed the truth. Healing, Justin believed, was about embracing responsibility for one's own well-being, learning to forgive oneself and others, and moving forward with compassion. Perhaps the most compelling part of his Instagram post was its universality. Stripped of fame and wealth, his story echoed the experiences of many: the struggle to overcome pain, the search for acceptance, the desire to feel truly seen and loved. Subscribe for more personal journeys from your favorite stars. By being so vulnerable, Justin reminded everyone that healing is rarely straightforward. Some days saw progress, while others brought setbacks. What mattered, he wrote, was persistence, the commitment to keep trying, to keep showing up, even when things felt impossible. Justin credited therapy, faith, and a supportive network with helping him regain stability. He encouraged others to seek help, to speak openly about their struggles, and to remember they weren't alone. There's no shame in asking for help, he wrote. We're all human. Everyone has scars. Ironically, the same social media platforms that magnified Justin's pain also allowed him to reclaim his story. By sharing his journey on Instagram, he bypassed gossip sites and tabloids, speaking directly to fans. Even so, social media was a double-edged sword. For every supportive message, there were also trolls eager to incite drama, pitting Hailey against Selena and reopening old wounds. Justin's post, he hoped, was a plea for empathy, not just for himself, but for anyone caught in the unending cycle of online judgment. Be kind, he urged his followers. You never know what someone is going through. As Justin looked ahead, he focused on personal growth, gratitude, and giving back. He spoke of working on new music, wanting to use his fame to help others, and committing to self-care. Most importantly, he was learning to define himself on his own terms, not as a tabloid headline or a pop culture punchline, but as a complete person worthy of love and healing. Every day is a new chance to start again, he wrote. I'm choosing hope. Justin's story, in his eyes, stood as proof of the power of openness, the necessity of a strong support system, and the complexity of the healing process. His journey reminded everyone that even their idols faced challenges unseen by most. Hailey's steadfast love was a lifeline for him, but ultimately, the path to healing was his alone. While Selena was part of his story, she was not to blame for his pain. Healing required honesty, forgiveness, and the courage to let go. Reflecting on Justin's words, everyone could take a lesson in compassion, for themselves, for others, and for those living their lives under the brightest, harshest lights. Because, in the end, everyone was, in some way, on their own journey to healing. And perhaps, along the way, everyone could find a little more grace for each other. Justin's Instagram confession began with him expressing regret for his past, using music as both an outlet for his emotions and a plea for understanding. He described pouring his heart into every note, finding solace in familiar melodies, and learning valuable lessons through the highs and lows of his career. Wherever he was, on stage, at home, or alone with his thoughts, music remained a constant companion, a bridge to the world and a source of strength. As his popularity soared, Justin's life was scrutinized more closely than ever. Every misstep, every romantic encounter, every personal struggle became fodder for public consumption. The world watched as he navigated the complexities of fame, all the while searching for stability and peace of mind. His recent Instagram post peeled back the carefully constructed facade, exposing the uncertainty and vulnerability beneath. He admitted to grappling with self-doubt, anxiety, and the overwhelming expectations placed upon him by fans and critics alike. Yet through it all, he found hope in the support of those closest to him, especially his wife Hailey. Justin recalled moments of doubt when he felt unworthy of love or forgiveness, but Hailey remained by his side, offering unwavering encouragement and understanding. She helped him rediscover his sense of self, reminding him that he was more than the mistakes of his past or the labels imposed upon him by others. Her patience and compassion provided a safe space for him to heal and grow, even when the process was slow and difficult. Their relationship, forged in the glare of the spotlight, was tested by rumors and speculation, but Justin insisted that their bond had only grown stronger as they faced challenges together.